Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Kryptonian, saying here, bringing you a One Piece chapter review. This time's for chapter 26. Oh man, this was an awesome way to end the volume because we find out that the butler, the sneaky butler, the Alfred of the One Piece world is actually Captain Kuro. Like, oh my god, yo. That was nice. Like usually when I read One Piece and just other mangas in general, as I start reading, I can start putting together the story as I get into it. I'm one of those guys, if we go to a movie together, I've figured out who the main villains and what the story is going to be about in the first 15 minutes. Like if there's a puppeteer, I figured out who it is. Like that's the writing part of my brain that comes into play. So reading that and being caught off guard with that little zinger, nice. Like I knew he was a pirate. I did not see him being a pirate captain. And his whole layout's pretty smart, man. He's like one of those scam artists who, gets in real good with the, sick old lady and marries her, and then all of a sudden he walks off with her wealth. Because what he did, he got shipwrecked onto this place on purpose, right? Goes into the village. Meanwhile, his pirate crew's been doing their thing on their own. Jango has been acting as a leader, and they've been spreading the rumors that Captain Kuro was executed by the Navy. So everybody thinks this dude's dead. And meanwhile, he's earning the trust of Kaya's family and the villagers. And we see at the end of the chapter how well he has earned their trust. But here's the thing, he's actually the one responsible for the death of Kaya's parents. We find out that he was the one who killed them. So that's, to use a word that is very strong that was thrown in this chapter, he slaughtered her parents. And now I want to know exactly what he did to her parents. I don't know if that's going to be coming up later on. But, god dog, man, that was deep. Like, I'm wondering if maybe her father figured out, like, oh shit, this dude is a, former, pirate, and he's really Kuro. Like, I don't know how exactly that goes. But here's the thing, they're discussing the plans, and he's like, hey, murder, that is such an ugly word. And it's just like, you're talking about killing this, like, sick teenage girl. Like, are you serious right now? Like, and Django's like, yeah, I just cut her throat. And he's like, no. You have to hypnotize her. You have to make her write, in a will that she's going to leave everything to me. And then you can, give her an accident. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, these guys have no chill. I mean, it's to be expected. They're pirates, right? And the whole time Usopp is listening, and he's freaking out because it's like, oh shit, I just punched this guy in the face. This guy, it's like, when he starts killing everybody, he's gonna come for your ass first. Like, it's like that expression says, the people you see on the way up or the people you see on the way down. Like, yeah, you just fucked up, dude. And for some reason, Usopp is the only one who can, hear this, right? Because Luffy's listening, but Luffy can't really hear. I don't know if it's because Luffy is just spaced out or what. Luffy seems like the type of person, he's not going to really listen if it's not of, huge interest to him, right? If it doesn't directly affect him. And after Usopp tells him everything, that's when he stands up, and it's just like, Luffy, are you serious? Like, you are not a ninja. You are not Solid Snake. Like, you're not Sam Fisher. You're not even Brian Mills from Taken. Like, you're supposed to, like, listen and then sneak around and do the countermeasures. Luffy stands up and he's like, hey, don't kill Miss Kaya. And Usopp is making this face. His eyeballs are out. And he's like typical shonen stuff, right? But Usopp is just like, look, man, like, you are crazy. You can't do this. And then that's when Captain Kuro says, oh, Usopp is here too. And he tells him, he tells Jango, like, hey, just go ahead and take care of these guys for me. And he pulls out his hypnotic little device, and Usopp is like, don't look, Luffy. So naturally, Luffy looks, and it catches Luffy, and Luffy ends up falling asleep, right? And he's leaning over the edge of the cliff, and he falls on his head. And I know, based on previous feats, that that's probably not gonna hurt him because he's super durable. but it really puts into context how durable he is, because from the height that he fell at and the given about how much he weighs, he was falling pretty quickly. And to fall on your head like that and to not break your neck or not smash your head, like, and the way that he fell over, it was just like, I cringed when I saw that. It's like, I know he's alive, and the chapter ends off with him snoring. And they assume that he's alive as well. And Captain Kuro basically tells Usopp, like, look, your friend's dead now, but you can go tell everybody that I'm coming. Nobody's going to believe you. And Usopp is running, and we're getting these flashbacks, and we get one flashback of where he's meeting Kaya for the first time, and that was nice to see and everything. And he runs right past Luffy's crew and Usopp's crew of little minions, the little kids. I'm calling them minions because they remind me of little orange things from the, not orange, the little yellow things from the little Disney movie and all that. So that's what they kind of reminded me of. But even they know something isn't right, because they notice that his face is just completely pale, and given that the way Usopp is drawn and from the thumbnails I've used, Usopp is somebody that is, you know, close to my complexion, right? And so for when one of us goes, you know, a little pale, you know, you can tell, like, the same thing, you get embarrassed, like, it's different, you know, like, but that's a different video, different discussion. That'd be on my other channel. But yeah, man, like, this is the thing. He's running through, and Zolo, I keep trying to say Zoro, it's Zolo. Zolo is basically saying, like, hey, show me how to get to this beach. Like, right away, he knows something isn't right because Luffy isn't with him. And this guy is scared shitless. So, you know, being a good first mate that he is, you know, he's automatically realizing something isn't right. And you know that when he gets down there, you know, he's going to find a way to wake Luffy up, and then shit's going to get real. And nobody is believing Usopp as he's going through the village, and people are saying this is the second time this day. And it's, you know, a really good message for, you know, any kids that, you know, probably watch this on the anime, but, you know, even, you know, teenagers and young adults that read this manga, even adults, you know, like, I know adults that read, you know, shonen, like, it's a really good message. You know, all you have is your word. And when people can't trust your word, you don't have anything. So that was really nice to see. Like, just, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I've been going through different interviews and everything now, and I know that there's a pretty good chance that I might end up having to quit some of these jobs. It's probably 8 months after I start them. And one of them, that'd be right when I finish training, you know? And it's just like, I really don't want to invest that much time in a place. So I don't want them to invest that much time in me, and then it turns out I might have to quit, but I don't know that yet. Some things might happen. So it's just like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it's like, I'm giving my word that I'm going to be there long term, and in a perfect scenario I would be there long term, but there's like a 50-50 chance I might not be. But I need the finances right now. And so I can kind of relate to, you know, Usopp at this point, you know. I can kind of relate to it. He's burned those bridges, and there's no coming back from it when you do that, you know, like, because of some stuff that I went through when I was younger. I went through a period where I was lying, and nobody knew when I was telling the truth and when I wasn't. So I think that's why I'm really gravitating towards Usopp, because as a child, particularly as a teenager, I was able to relate to him. And just now, like, with some of the stuff I got going on right now, I can definitely relate to him. But that's, you know, really it for this chapter, man. My chapter question for you is, what did you think about the little plot twist / reveal of Captain Kuro and them attacking at dawn? Thought that was pretty cool. I didn't want to end this one off with a philosophical question, like, what did you think about Usopp and him being forced to realize, holy shit, it's not right to lie to people. Like, not that. Like, didn't want to do anything deep. Just want to have, like, a fun question. But that's it for this review, man. If you liked anything I had to say, make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it.